Not only did military exports to Israel continue after this so-called freeze, but exports in 2024 exceeded any previous year on record. Israel was actually the fourth largest customer of the Canadian defense industry in 2024. They got nearly $19 million in weapons shipments. So this actually shows you the real nature of the liberals. They love to cry crocodile tears about the horrors of war. They call for diplomacy and restraint while actually themselves participating in the worst atrocities. However, I have to say, in the conclusion to their report, the authors call for the government to abide by their obligations under domestic and international law, to stop supporting the genocide, and to impose an arms embargo. I think what the report itself actually says is that the ruling class has no scruples, right? They will say whatever they have to. They will resort to any underhanded maneuvers that they need to keep sending weapons to Israel. And they don't care about their own laws. Right? I don't think we can hold them to this, to account this way. The sheer horror and the outrage against the genocide is forcing Western governments to make gestures condemning Israel, but they will never voluntarily cut Israel off. It would actually be a fatal mistake to place our faith in capitalist parties. What is necessary is a class-independent approach. Because, yeah, the capitalists need war in order to maintain this system, but the opposite is just as true, that millions of oppressed people in Canada, the working class, the poor, and the youth have no interest in war. And more than this, the working class is actually the class that produces all of the wealth in society, and this means that they have the special ability to shut society down. The working class has the power to stop the genocide in practice by depriving the Israeli regime of the resources that they need to carry it out. But also, ultimately, we have to go beyond this, because to truly put an end to the horrors of war once and for all, we need to get to the root of the problem and smash the system that breeds war. And that means revolution. The working class has to take power into its hands and rebuild society based on need instead of profit, and based on international solidarity. Sometimes I hear people say, well, yes, I agree with you, but what you are proposing is impossible, right? At least for now, we have to work within the system. So, a lot of people, they call us utopians for raising the idea of revolution. But the reality is this: the only utopian idea is that capitalism can be made to be peaceful,